Hi, everyone. We are going to go over what is private lending, how to become a private lender, and beyond fix and flips. This is Mike Bonn. For the last 21 plus years, we're about a month away from being 22 years of helping people with investing through private lending and fix and flips and rentals. So we've done the whole gamut. And today we're going to go over basics of private lending. Um, as we've done through this whole series, week one is always about how to fund fix and flips. Week two is all about finding properties, evaluating them. Week three is about BRRRR. How do you find them? How do you repair them? All the basics of the BRRRR. This is all about this session. Week four is all about beyond fix and flips and rentals. And it's what else can you do in the real estate world if you don't want to be a flipper, if you don't want to be actually, a renter owner of a property. So this is all about what else to do. And today we're going to talk about private lending. But on our YouTube channel, hardmoneymike.com, Hard Money Mike, you're going to find a lot of information to help you become successful. So go out there, check everything out, subscribe, give us some comments. Let us know what else we could help you with, because our whole goal is to help you be free in three. We've helped a lot of people be free in three. And all that means is in 3 years, you have a choice. You can maybe stop work, maybe go into this full-time, maybe you're already full-time. But to be at that point in your life where you can make that decision and no one's making it for you. Real estate investing is one of those options that is still available even for the small person, someone who's just starting out who has nothing. And we could show you, but you need to understand and know the fundamentals. Excuse me one second. So we are going over this, and we have been, like I said, for the last 21 plus years, we've been investor focused. That's all we do. We've helped thousands of people, thousands of transactions over that time. Our goal is to make sure we give you the resources for you to win, which helps us win too. The more successful you are, the more successful we are. So as I said, we've been around for 21 plus years. We've helped thousands of people, and we're here to help you too be successful in this. So today we're going to go over something different. Something, like I said, near and dear to our heart, which is private lending. We're going to go over what it is, the 3 basic steps, and if you want to do it yourself or if you want someone to help you with it. So that's what we're going to focus on today. We're going to start with what is private lending. So private lending is something that has been around for years and years, way before banking. Peer-to-peer lending, whatever you call it, it's actually back and more in vogue now than it probably was 20 years ago. But it's taking that profits from the bank. You go into a bank and they might give you 0.1 or 0.4% interest and charge someone 5. They're taking the rest. This is all about putting that money back in your pocket, you be able to help someone and help yourself by obtaining better returns. So, and also to make sure you secure it correctly, to make sure you put your money in something that is secured, that you have some kind of real asset behind it, and that you do it properly. So we want to make sure that you're doing it properly. We're going to go over just the basics today, but we will get into more details, a lot more details, and we have a lot of other information we can help provide you if you're interested in this. Just reach out to us, let us know. So the 3 basics. Number 1, you got to find someone to lend to. And before you can even find someone to lend to, you have to know what you want in this lending environment. I mean, what's the rate you want? How long do you want to lend? How much do you want to lend? What position, which means, are you going to be in first position on this property, or are you going to be behind someone? Like there's going to be another loan on the property and you're going to be after them. Anything and everything that you want. Where do you want to lend? Do you want to lend in the city? Do you want to lend in the country? Do you want to lend on single family? Do you want to lend on development, commercial? You need to know what you want. So when you go out to these groups, when you go out to these places that investors hang out and you start looking for one, because guess what? Once you start looking, you will get lots of people asking you to lend them money, because everyone wants money. You just need to make sure it's right with the right person, with the right terms, and something that you could live with. So you're going to find someone. You're going to make sure they connect with you and with what you want. And then you're going to look over everything that they have. Do they have the expertise? Have they been paying on time? Do they check their credit? What have they done in the past? What is their portfolio? Their portfolio is their past work. What are their past projects? How have they done on those past projects? Are they doing well enough for you to lend to them? Why are they looking for you to lend? I mean, all of these different things you want to look at. And then since they've come to you, now they have a current deal. What does that current deal look like? Are they flipping this property? Are they renting this property? What are they doing? You need to analyze it, which means you need to make sure that property is something you want to put your money behind and in. And is it going to secure you? You want to make sure that property, this deal, makes sense and that it's a good place for your investment money, because it is your money and you don't want to lose it. So then once we find someone, then we have to create what is called a private note. So a private note is nothing more than you writing down in a legal document that you're going to sign everything that you've agreed to. What is that interest rate? How long are you going to lend to them? How many months is that? Are there going to be payments during the period? Are you going to forgive those during the period? Everything that you've agreed to and have come up with, you want to make sure is in this private note. And here's the key. Creating a private note in any of the other docs should only be done by an attorney, a real estate attorney. Don't go out and get a divorce attorney or a bankruptcy attorney to do your docs. Find a real estate attorney. And most title companies, which we'll go over in a little bit what a title company is, will help you find one if you do not know one. But make sure it's a real estate attorney and have them do it, because guess what? You're not going to pay the bill anyway. The borrower is going to pay for this. You're not going to pay for any of this. You're going to have the borrower, because it's just the way the business is done. They're used to it, and they would pay a lot more if they went to a bank or another hard money lender. So make sure you get professional help doing this. Next, you have the note, which is everything you wrote down, which is here's the terms, here's what we agreed to. But you need the security. The security is a mortgage or a deed of trust. Depends on the state you're in. It could be a mortgage or a deed of trust. In a few states, it could be either. But this is the security instrument. This is what's going to be recorded with the title, with the county through title, that shows that you have a lien position on the property. You have a right to that property based on the amount you have. So the mortgage and note is a security that is recorded with the county, that goes back to the note and says, this is our terms, but I have a right, I have lien options on this property up to the amount I owed. And all of this should be done and created by the attorney. Next, let's close it and let's collect. So once again, now you've found someone and now you've drawn up all the agreements and the docs. Now you need to close it. So as I said before, that closing, that team is involved, and maybe you have someone who analyzes the deal, checks the value. You have the attorney involved, and very, very important, you must close through a title company. A title company is a third-party insurance company that will insure you in the position that you are requesting. Some people will do only first liens, which means you have first rights to anything security on that property. Some people may want to be a junior lien, which means they're a lien after the first. That means the first gets all their money paid back if anything happens, and then you're after them. So it just depends on what your lien. But a title company is the third party to make sure everything is done correctly for both you and the borrower. So what that means is you send the money to the title company, you don't send it to the borrower. So that third party makes sure everything gets done. They make sure all the documents get signed correctly and get recorded with the county. And then for the borrower, it makes sure after everything is done, they get their money, that the lender is not going to hold out on them. So title is important. Title insurance is important. Don't let anybody talk you out of this. It is vital for what you do. Next, you have your paperwork. The title company sent it back. It is the original paperwork. You must keep this and keep it safe, because this is the paperwork that you need to show that you actually have ownership, and it must be the original. So put that in a safe deposit box, keep it wherever it is. Next is the easy part. Through Venmo, ACH, checks, whatever it is, collect your money. Sit back month after month, collect that money, collect that interest. That's what we all want. And, the nice thing, like I said before, is interest rates are better than the banks are giving it. It can be, because you get to, once again, select. It can be an interest rate from, you want to be nice, 3% up to 12, 15%. You get to select the risk you want based on the return you're looking for. So you get some of that in what you're doing, but you have more control, a lot better return than banks are going to give you. So once again, you could do this by yourself, which a lot of people do. You could go out and learn, figure out the documents, figure out what to do, make sure you talk to title, make sure you get the legal, all of that. You could do it, no problem. Or you could work with a team that analyzes the deals, finds you deals, gets the attorney involved, gets all the title, puts all that stuff together and helps you. Once again, the beauty of this is it does not cost you anything. This is a part of the normal business for flippers and rental owners. They are used to paying these kind of bills. It's just a normal way of doing business. So that's what they do. So don't think this is an extra burden on them, and it doesn't cost you anything if you want someone to help you, because it's coming from them. So just depends on if you're comfortable doing that or not. Private lending is a great way to get involved. And there's also private lending where you get interest in maybe some participation. Let's get that up. We'll go through different aspects of this. We'll go through different details in the near future. We just want to go over some basics of learning, like how do you determine who to lend to, what that looks like, what are the paperwork, how the little closing, all that stuff, and creating, your ideal rate. Like I said before, we're here to help. We have a lot of resources out on YouTube. So go out and check that out again, subscribe, let us know what else you're looking for, comment, all those things. If you are serious about investing, or you have a note you want us to look at to help you with, you can reach out to Mike at Hard Money Mike, or just to give us a call. So once again, we're here to help. We will keep expanding on this. And the next in this series of Beyond Fix and Flips, we're going to go over partnerships. What does that look like? Because you could take this lending to a partnership also, which is just a add-on from the lending. So, what does it look like? When and what is the best decision, and how do you set it up to win? So once again, we're happy you showed up. We'll keep giving you valuable information. Go out to YouTube, check us out, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks, and happy investing.